Hey guys, Dice15 with another video this time, and we're with another kind of like important video, more serious video. It's not kind of like more serious one like the one if would anyone care if I left? That's not kind of what people are. That's kind of what I like to clear out what people thinking what this video is. It's not kind of like an important one. It's mostly involving with my videos and the length of the videos. That's kind of I never brought my attention. But yesterday's video that I uploaded, the Dino Thunder White Ranger review, which I'll admit it is kind of a little bit longer than it should be, which I meant to make it shorter. But that's kind of like the point that's kind of brought my attention when someone that commented on my video mostly involving like Super Mega Force. I'm not completely mostly explain Super Mega Force, but I don't know. Now there's just something with it, but mostly just said it. When I asked them what they thought of the video, it was good, but it was long. But that kind of it comes to the point of this video. And this is kind of one I want to ask you guys. Are you guys okay with the length of my videos, or should I make them shorter? That is kind of the straightforward question that I wanted to do. And I'm not going to go too long on this. And sorry again for the weird lighting. I know if I turn off the brightness of my computer, it does kind of do it better, but it's still going to kind of do it because it's still got this shadow going over. Again, reason why I need to get some lighting. And then, but again, going into the bit is that I kind of been wondering if people, it kind of goes back to what I think if people are actually watching the videos all the way through. Again, I don't want to think that for my subscribers since I just got up to 100 subscribers and everything. It's just kind of what I've been trying to. It's something that's been plaguing my mind again, and mostly I thought maybe it just didn't interest them or I talk too much. Well, actually, it doesn't make any sense, but mostly because of the length of my videos. Is that kind of, and that's kind of what rolls back to this question: is what people do think? People think I should do it long, and do. Do you think? Are you guys okay with the length of my videos, or should I make it shorter? Now, my longest toy review is pretty much the Zangoku driver, which I think that is the longest video. There's been a bunch of other videos been a little longer, like, yeah, I think the rider memory shouldn't be longer, and I actually still have some rider memories that I have, which I have like some Imagine ones, actually. But yeah, I'm actually trying to think about waiting until I have the double driver to do it. I'm still thinking of getting the CSM1, the version 1.5. I think it's what it's called, but again, not the point of this video. Again, it's not part of the One Star Celebration thing. Also just mentioned, but again, going back to the point of this video, which is kind of another thing, is that I have a tendency of going longer with toy reviews, and then maybe some reaction videos, but mostly it's live reactions, and then maybe those two Ruby reaction videos of the last two episodes of Volume 3, I'll admit, I went a little longer, but it was mostly the outro, because the outro, which we're going into the points. But now, to go over like the points of kind of the reasons why it keeps happening, or reasons why it kind of happens, is that one is kind of like the more important one. It's kind of the more obvious point because I'm still using my laptop camera. And the reason why I say that, because, again, I have to point the camera here, and in some videos, when I'm looking at this, if I'm looking straight at the camera, I can see the time, I can see the recording time. But when I'm recording, again, tour reviews, again, you got basically, again, you're like, it's like this, and mostly on the side. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Is that sometimes when I'm talking, I lose track of how much time this is taking, than the required time that I want it to. Like maybe this one section, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Mostly I want to keep it at 2 minutes and 3 minutes. I never want to go over 4. I kind of want to just keep it at 2 minutes, but I kind of just don't want to, because then it just goes like, you kind of go kind of long. you kind of go longer in the cuts and everything, but that's kind of like how I do it at some points. Which I'm just picking this up. But yeah. Now I've been meaning to get an actual camera, but it's just I've been getting too caught up with my pre-orders and then a few other things. And then it's just kind of hard to work into my budget because I got comics. I might see something in the store, like a figure in the store. I'm still worrying about my car insurance thing, my part of the car insurance that I had to pay for, or at least just kind of like at the bill, because that's basically what it is. And it's just kind of hard to put. I had to work it into the budget, at least just right now. I just don't know. And I kind of just cut back on a few things, but it's just one of those things that just kind of just it just kind of just happens in some cases. But it's just that's kind of the most obvious choice. Now going on to like the kind of things that are just me is two, which I'm just gonna go over this one first. Is two. I for the toy reviews, I kind of like to go into the details of some of the stuff. I kind of like to go into the details of the figure itself. Like as its figure arts, I like to go into all the details because it is a very detailed. They're very detailed figures, including the Shugo Seiho, which kind of brings out more of those details and then stuff like that. For those because like with the O's figure, besides the little part where I lost one of the core medals and it took a little bit and I was kind of explaining how small it was, showing it in my hand and everything. That's kind of one of the things. And then I was also going into like putting on the claws and then going in over that and all that, and then just going on. And then my outro was a bit longer because again I was going over what I liked about the figure and my recommendation and stuff like that. But then I go into. I know in some cases, like I said, and as I figure arts reviews, I would go over the articulation. It would just be go over articulation, some of the details, some of the accessories, stuff like that. I kind of like still go into detail with those. Morph reviews, now in some cases it would be here's the morph, here's the thing, here's the toy, here's the morpher, here's the sounds, here's my final thoughts on Megazord stuff. Mecha. It would be just here's the Megazord, here's the Mecha and Megazord, here's the thing, here's what it does, here's my final thoughts. It just kind of doesn't seem me. It seems very bland. It seems very plain for me. I kind of like to go in every detail with it. Now, I know the Beast, and it kind of now the Mecha stuff. It kind of explains why it should take a little longer, even though it shouldn't take like 30 minutes. But I'm still thinking of redoing my Kashirio review, but this time doing it in a separate, kind of like similar to my Gadgetcon Bug Visor and then the Bugster Buckle. That's what I'm kind of thinking of. Do you guys think I should do that? But again, just comment down below for that. But yeah, I just kind of like to go into detail with stuff. All the detail for the paint and stuff. Kind of want to go over that. Same thing with the line collection. I kind of want to go over the details with that. Just don't want, and I will go a little longer than I should too. And I'm kind of doing that now. But it's just me explaining this stuff to you guys. And then Dino Thunder White was a longer because I was actually going into not only the details of the figure that it comes with, but also going into the details I added, like the belt buckle, the sword, the hands, the cuffs, stuff like that. Even the morpher. Believe me, that took a lot of work too. And then I was also going a little story time how I messed up the original helmet, and then showing you the replacement helmet and all that other stuff. It's just one of those fibs it's just one of those things that I just kind of go in every detail of it. And helmet, even the helmets, I want to go over the details on that. And even the same thing goes for the Spider-Man mask and face shell. Same thing with the Beast X Morpher, the Beast Morpher's Morpher. I really want to go into detail of that. Just all the detailed paint and the sounds. I also like to go over that. Kind of the same thing for the figures. They came with the key, the Beast, X keys and stuff like that, or the morphing keys, or the morph X keys, or whatever you guys want to call them. I kind of go with sounds with that. And I also wanted to show off on my wrist because they were using that fabric one. Then those kind of plastic. I don't even know what to call it. Rubber, plastic. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I kind of things. And then even the collar belts, I want to go into detail with that. Of course, now I don't really go over the finisher and stuff like that. The 01 driver, again, that was longer because a little bit longer, but I wasn't just going over the 01 driver with the Progress key, the Ryzen Hopper key. I also was going with the Flying Falcon key because these were the ones that came out first. Actually, Flying Falcon was the one that came out first. But yeah, you kind of understand that point. The Buckster buckle I cut off in 2 parts, but because it was just I wanted to do gash on buck visor, and then I wanted to do the actual view of the Buckster buckle and the buckle driver in general. And then even the aim shot visor, I tried to make it shorter. Again, I was just going longer with detail, and then also showing off the different just of the sounds that the R2 work do in the shot visor, and then the sounds that the Shooting Wolf Gasha does in the 01 driver, like I said. It's just one of those things that just happens. But then we go into my last one, and that's I get caught up in rambles. I just get caught up with rambling. I get caught up with just saying a bunch of things and just going on about how I like this figure, or how I like the show, or how I like this design, or if I'm looking over like just Ranger, just like Rangers in general, like Diana Thunder White. He's my favorite costume, my favorite suit design, and everyone's kind of agree with that. And I get over rambling, and it's also from my favorite Power Rangers show, my Power Rangers series. Diana Thunder is my favorite Power Rangers season of all time. Again, you guys can ask me why it is, but it's mostly just because of the characters, and another anniversary season done right, and I just really like and I also like the dinosaur themes that much too. Again, I can literally go on forever how I like that series. Again, Lord Dragon took a little longer because Lord Dragon was a little bit longer, but again, he was an convention exclusive, and he had a bunch of accessories with it. You guys can understand that. You guys can understand what some of the stuff is even just Megazords, and the pay-per-view, the WWE and AEW pay-per-view predictions and reviews. Those I literally go into intricate detail of the matches and what happened, and then my thoughts of the matches. But yeah, that's pretty much. And then kind of the last thing, because I kind of talk too much. I know I can talk a little bit more, and I just want to explain a few things, including with this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to go any longer than I should be. And I think I think 13 to 14, that's good enough for this video. I don't want to go any longer. But that's pretty much it. And I'm not even having like my little intro thing. It's just straight to the point. But yeah, again, remember to like the video, comment down below. Answering any of the questions. Just ask are you guys okay with the length of my videos, or should I try to get them a little shorter? I don't know if I'm going to do everything and do all the reviews, because then it will just be a long time. But I will do like some of maybe the line collection or something like that. But just comment down below if you guys are okay with the length, or should I try to make it short, or in the future try to make my tour reviews a little tiny bit shorter, or maybe a little bit more shorter in the future. Remember to subscribe, tap the bell, more videos coming soon. We want to get more with the subscriber mark even. Now this video is kind of questioning the viewers, but not really. Again, I don't want to think that, but in this side of 15, going right kicking out of here.